Hi everyone, welcome back to another Teaching Tuesday and a new month. It is April, and I thought this month I might focus on a series of tutorials I've made, and I'll probably add a couple more to the bunch that I'm theming beyond beginner ukulele. I'm going to be teaching a weekly class on this starting at the end of April. You may want to join me for that on Zoom or live in person here in Portland. But this month I'm going to be posting a variety of different resources and songs that kind of help you get beyond those common plateaus that we reach when we're starting to learn this delightful instrument. That means getting beyond the C, F, and G7 songs, right? We're going to add some more chords into the mix, some more chord patterns. It could be getting beyond the same strum pattern that you've figured out, whatever that happens to be. We'll look into some strum patterns to kind of diversify that. It could also be just working on learning how to sing and play at the same time, or deepening your ear to really be able to pay attention to what you're listening and playing with your ears rather than so desperately looking at the paper and the song chart in front of you. So lots of things to embark on this month. Really excited to do that with you, and welcome your questions and your comments at any time. Let me know what kind of a plateau you're trying to get beyond. We're going to start this week with chord patterns, and in particular, 2 chord patterns that are made up of the same 4 chords, just in a different sequence each time. They're very common, and I like to teach them because the better you know them, the better you'll be able to hear them when somebody else plays them or when they're on the radio or on a recorded piece of music. And the better you're able to recognize them, the better able you are to learn a song with that pattern, right? It becomes sort of an effort or sort of an exercise in not just playing chord to chord to chord to chord, but recognizing, oh, here's this whole pattern that you can treat as one unit to your learning. It kind of blobs it together a bit and makes it a little bit more accessible than moving constantly from one chord to the next chord to the next chord, sort of in an unrelated sequence. And that's because really songs, one of the things we'll look into a little bit later in the month is looking at how songs are not just the chords that you play and the sequence of chords that you play, but they're actually they have a lot to do with the relationship between the chords. That's really what makes the chord pattern what it is. So I'll get to all that technical music theory mumbo jumbo a little bit later. Let's dive in this week and learn a progression I like to call the 50s progression, or more appropriate would maybe be something like the Doo Wop Progression, because a lot of songs were written to this progression, not just in the 1950s. But let me give you just a sample. If I picked it out in one key, we'll learn it in a variety of keys this week. One of the older tunes that I love to this progression is Blue Moon. You saw me standing alone without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Right? Move forward in time and you get dream, 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 dream. That's more around the 60s. And then move forward in time and you get, this is a bad key for this, I would not play it in this key, but you get the drift. Move forward in time from there and you get every breath you take, every move you make, every vow you break, every step you take, I'll be watching you. Yeah? So those are 4 songs from a variety of different decades throughout the 20th century. There are a ton more, right? We're going to look at some of those in better suited keys as well. So that'll expand our chord repertoire, our song repertoire, but really focusing in on this one particular progression. So without any further ado, let's start with one of my all-time favorite tunes that happens to be in this progression. It is Stand By Me. We'll play it in the key of C. Pulling this video out of the archives today for a class that I taught a couple years ago now. Enjoy, and I look forward to seeing you again for more chord pattern fun this week. Let's try Stand By Me. We're going to play it in the key of C, so you'll need your C chord, F, and G7, and we're going to add in that minor chord of A minor. And we're going to play it in what I call the 50s progression. It's a circle going from C to A minor, to F, to G7, and back to C. That's it. That is the entire circle, just around and around and around. And even better, it's going to be the same rhythmic pattern too. Now we've got 4 chords that we're going to split across 8 bars. We're going to start with 2 bars of C, go to 2 bars of A minor, then we're going to do 1 bar of F, 1 bar of G7, back to 2 bars of C, sorry. So again, 8 bars. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. F is 5, G7 is 6, and back to C for 7 and 8. And I'm going to add my standard strum pattern, nice strong down strum on 1, and then nice and light 2, up, 3, up, 4, up, 1, 2, up, 3, up, 4, up, 1, 2. Get into that groove, and we'll add the chords. Here we go. C, 2, A minor is 3, 4, F is 5, G7 is 6, back to C for 7 and 8. Try that on your own. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep that going. 8. Let's add the words. When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we see. No, I won't be afraid. I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Verse 2. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, and the mountains should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me and end on C. Yeah, nicely done. So lots of ways you can use this video. You can put all the pieces together like I did, but remember, as you're getting to know this chord progression and the whole idea of this 50s progression, you can just chord along with me, or if you're still working on that, getting that groove of your standard strum, you can just mute your strings and strum along with me as well. Or if you're unfamiliar with the song, you can just sing along with me as well too. Even if you know the song really well and just love to sing it, you can just sing it with me sometimes.
practicing those layers separately can be really helpful before you start to braid them together. So enjoy, come on back, play with me anytime, but make sure you play it on your own sometimes too. You want to make sure you've really gotten to know these songs and can play them on your own as well. Whatever you choose to do next, enjoy your practice.
One more quick thing. If this video was helpful to you, I encourage you to consider becoming a member. It's a great way to say thank you, to help keep this channel going, and also to enjoy some extra perks and resources on your musical journey. You can learn more by clicking join below next to the subscribe button, and I really appreciate the support. Thank you so much.